becoming a Master of Arts. I'm not completely sure whether you are a Master of Arts yet, because I think formally you only become it by receiving the diploma. So soon you might become one. It's an honor and a pleasure for me to address you as your supervisor. A year and a half ago you came with your friends from Java to the cold Belanda in order to continue your studies. And we have, as one of the presents that we have today, we ordered some rain. We did the Salam al-Istisqa. It worked quite well. Since last month I know that in Indonesia you can also have lots of rain, much more than here, but normally it's less dinging. And I think that's what makes the difference. When you came here to continue your studies, you already had a degree in Islamic studies from Indonesia. So coming here and becoming a student again required some modesty as well as courage. I know that some people in Indonesia think that students of Islam should go to the Middle East rather than to the West, and they question the validity and usefulness of Islamic studies in the way it is taught here, in Canada, in the United States, in Germany, France, and many other countries. I hope that, and I address all of you of course, that we have not disappointed you with our teaching, with our facilities, such as the library and the KITLV, while it still exists, and with the life that we offered you in the Netherlands. By now, I've been off to Indonesia often enough to realize how big the difference must be for all of you. In order to obtain your MA degree, we asked considerable effort from you. A lot of reading, a lot of writing, speaking, adapting to a new environment, adapting to new languages. Sundanese or Javanese is not much of use here, nor is Bahasa Indonesia. But I think that maybe the most difficult requirement in this program is intellectual courage. You have to take distance from your own culture, your own biases, from all the things that you take for granted as natural and proper and as self-evident. And this, in fact, this intellectual courage is the foundation of what I asked you to do in your MA thesis. As Dr. Verstraat already mentioned, the title of your thesis is Islamic Philanthropy in the Netherlands, a comparison between the Indonesian Muslims in Amsterdam and in The Hague. And I think it's a very, very important subject. Imagine yourself just in the Leiden railway station without having some money for a ticket to go to The Hague. Well, then you are confronted with Dutch philanthropy, and I don't know how easy it would be to get some money to go to The Hague, even for a train ticket. People will get suspicious. Philanthropy is an important Islamic value. As we all know, it's, by the way, also an important Christian value. But well, that's another thing that shows maybe the limitations of religious beliefs in governing society. But it's also a very important social phenomenon, especially in societies in which the state does not take too much care of its citizens. There is a considerable body of literature within the Islamic tradition, also in Indonesia, about sadaqah and zakat and all the other terms that you discussed. And now the subject of philanthropy, charity, as my dear friend Yazgul knows, is also becoming very important as an object of study in Islamic studies. And I ask you to take critical distance from all these primary sources, from all these writings, these Islamic writings. In the beginning we had some discussions, and I said, well, you should not take these writings at face value. They are primary sources, not ultimate truths. You have to shift from a normative perspective, in which you have been trained in Indonesia, to a more analytic perspective. And the same attitude I required from you for the fieldwork. You did fieldwork in 2 cities, in 2 communities, different people, different groups, And as those of you who have engaged in fieldwork all know, fieldwork always takes a lot of time. First you have to establish contact, then you have to overcome suspicions. Why would people like to know this? I always say that I don't know whether I would advise my parents to take an anthropologist into their house. Well, they ask a lot of cumbersome questions, then you have to arrange meetings, you have to do the talking, the interviewing, you have to write down the notes, to analyze them, a lot of work. And then, again, maybe the most important thing is that you should not take what people tell you at face value. And you have to look at their underlying motives, at their positions within the community, so you also have to get some understanding of the social context. And you have done all this successfully. You have produced an interesting thesis documenting an important aspect of the life of Indonesian Muslims in the Netherlands by comparing two communities. And in Amsterdam we are dealing even with more than, in fact, within Amsterdam, several different communities. You have managed to get some more understanding of the social background of this phenomenon. So I would like to congratulate you at this good result. In a few days, you will return to Indonesia together with your friends again. And I think you will not only bring your diploma, which you will get shortly, but also at least some ole-ole. That's another aspect of gift exchange. It's maybe not exactly sadaqah, but it's interesting to look at it in terms of exchange and reciprocity. So there is some more anthropological fieldwork to do, and it's very interesting. I brought some ole-ole as well, as you can see. So you will bring ole-ole, of course, but you will also bring many pictures, I suppose, and also many stories. And I hope that you will bring the same distance that we encourage you to take, to develop here in the Netherlands, that you will bring that back to Indonesia. And also that you will take some distance from your experiences here. In some ways you have become an anthropologist among the Bule. And it is my experience that it is always a privilege to share the lives of other people in foreign cultures, in Morocco, in Indonesia, and in other countries to which I have been. And I hope that you will think of your anthropological experiences here in the Netherlands, not only among the Jawa, but also among the Bule, that you will think of it regularly, and that it will help you to understand life in Indonesia and in other places in the world better. Of course, you could tell many bad stories about the Netherlands. Some of you were in a hurry to get to Amsterdam to see all the facade. Well, until now you managed to stay in good shape, alhamdulillah. Maybe because you said many times, A'udhu Billah. But if you manage to take some of this distance, I think that we will have been successful in our teaching. And at the end of my speech here, I would like to thank all of you, not only you, but also your fellow students, for being our students, also for your kindness. When I was in hospital last year, I really appreciated that. I want to congratulate all of you at this happy occasion, also to your families. And I wish you all the best for the future, whatever that might be. Lots of success, a good job, prosperity, health, and selamat jalan.